Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Bahati Life YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Alexandria. I'm the creator and head witch behind Bahati Life Apothecary, and I'm a professional astrologer, tarot, and intuitive reader. Thank you so much for hanging out with me once again. So this reading is going to be for Divine Feminine. I feel like we haven't done it in a long time, but it's only been a week, but damn, it feels like forever. But basically, we're going to be connecting with Divine Feminine energy and seeing what messages Spirit has for feminine, the feminine. Now, this could represent the feminine within you, regardless of how you identify. Every single one of us has feminine energy within us, so we are just going to be connecting with that. At the same time, some of you guys might be concerned about a feminine energy and external feminine energy, maybe someone that you have your eye on, or maybe someone that you love, or that you're pursuing, or whatever the case is. So before we dive into that, and before we start cutting the deck, in this case, I'm going to be working with the Hoodoo Tarot, I'm pretty sure. I want to give a quick prayer. I want to go ahead and set an intention for this reading and the time that we're going to be spending together while I'm shuffling the cards. So, Divine, I thank you so much for this moment right now. I thank you for the cards that I'm able to use as a tool in order to connect with my intuition. I ask for prayer, I ask for discernment, I ask for clarity in the messages that I am channeling from you and I'm giving to the reader. What messages do you have for them? What messages do you need them to hear, to receive, to understand, to know? I also call in discernment for the reader to determine which message is the one that is right for them and how and where this message applies for them at this moment in their life. I ask that these messages that come through, that they give them, that they act as a big blessing that helps them to be prosperous, helps them to be peaceful, helps them to tap into abundance and clarity into themselves and even healing. Thank you for this time that we have here together. Protect me as a reader. Okay. I forgot to mention to you guys, I'll be throwing bones for the collective, a practice that I've been studying privately for a few years now, but have been sharing publicly just recently. For those of you guys that don't know, throwing bones is the ability to use bones, crystals, charms in order to tap even further into divination, which actually, now I think about it, I'm going to put these cards off to the side and then I'm going to just dive right into it. Let's start with that first. Shit. All right. So if you guys want to think about feminine energy just in general, whether it's feminine energy within you or feminine energy within another, what do you see? Spirit, talk to us through the bones, please. What messages? And then we'll clarify. Okay, wow. All right. Give me a moment, guys, just to kind of tap into this. First and foremost, I feel like feminine energy already just feels, I'm almost getting like purpose driven. Feminine energy is right now big time buku working on grounding and centering. There is a really strong call for feminine energy to focus on her needs, like focus on her basic needs. All right. This is not typical feminine energy, like for example, like beauty or attraction. This is about pouring back into yourself on a root realness, right? There are some things too that I feel that Spirit is showing me right now that you have had to cut out, or feminine energy has had to cut out. There might have even been a surgery or a process of, like, it could either be medical or it could be, it's giving like something that is cut or severed from your life that requires a lot of intense healing. And as this healing happens and occurs, it's almost like you have to give yourself a whole lot of grace, divine feminine. You have to give yourself a whole lot of grace. And this healing process is not a cut and done, and then all of a sudden you're healed, or you give 3 months to healing. It's like things are going to keep re-emerging. Things are going to keep emerging, and you're going to have to keep focusing and prioritizing your healing once again. At the time of you watching this right now, you may really be in another space where you are needing to, I'm hearing the words implement healing once again, okay? It's almost like some of you guys are like trimming the fat is what it is. And I'm hearing like some of you guys are really focusing on trimming the fat of things that have been blocking you from feeling really good about yourself, things that have been blocking your self-esteem, things that have been blocking you from being creative and practicing your creativity, things that have stopped you and blocked you from being fertile, from being abundant. There have been a lot. I'm also getting a huge sense that the masculine energy or masculine entities, like the masculine vibe, has been in the peripheral of your mind. So this might be things that you feel like you should be doing. You want to be able to do more, or you feel like you should be receiving more, and it's not necessarily happening for you. And it's giving you a lot of internal chaos. It's giving you a lot of internal strife. I feel like you want to hear from spirit so badly. You want to hear from spirit so badly. And sometimes it comes in and it rings so loudly, and other times it feels very, very quiet, or you might have long periods and droughts of not hearing from the divine or not hearing from your angels and your guides. Or when you do hear from them, it's like these small messages, these small, tiny little trinkets, almost like a fortune. Like, I don't know why I'm seeing in my third eye vision, like a fortune cookie. And like that, it's like it gives some type of confirmation and gives some type of encouragement, but you would like to hear from spirit louder. You want to hear from spirit louder. You're manifesting clarity, clairvoyance, clairvoyance. You want to hear, you want to see. Clairaudient. You want to hear, you want to see. Some of you guys feel like you're 1000% under attack. Some of you guys feel like you are constantly on this like fucking battlefield. I don't know why I'm getting that. Some of you guys are calling in protection and you're just like, where is it? Like you feel like you don't see it. You feel like you don't see it. And I want to tell you right now, especially with this up here, that you, spirit right now, the divine, God, energy, whatever you want to call it, is actually fighting, is actually fighting battles that you can't even see, that are bigger than what you've got going on right now. Like, and spirit is really saying, like, if you only knew the same things that you've had to cut out of your life, I just heard are acting as like they're putting you in a space of advantage, like from other people. So keep calling in protection, keep calling in abundance, keep protecting the root, keep making sure that your basic needs right now are being fulfilled. And there's a potential, the ability to have all of the superficial needs being met, but it's the basic root needs like warmth, shelter, food, health, happiness, peace of mind. All of the aspects of your health and your happiness are things that you really want to be receptive to taking right now, right? For some of you, a lot of you guys, you're going to have to close yourself away from things that stop you from feeling, or spirit is closing you away from things that have stopped you from feeling like your worth and your value is significant. This has like, especially when it comes to 3 or 4 people specifically, 2, I don't know, I'm really seeing like 2 specifically, but like 3 or 4, it can extend out or expand out to that. But 2 people in particular, and especially feminine energies, are not being nice, they're not being kind. They're not being kind. There's a jealousy when it comes to what is it they're saying when it comes to money. Spirit is trying to protect you from that. Or maybe you're getting a lot of attention, maybe you turn a lot of heads, or maybe it's a combination of all the above. Spirit is trying to pull you away from that group, from that thing. There's something that's coming out of the past. It feels fragile. It feels really fragile. This person, it's not like they're having bad energy or bad juju towards you. They're not setting bad. They actually wish you well. but they're watching. Sometimes they watch from afar and they want to say something, but Spirit is blocking you from hearing what they have to say, and Spirit is blocking them from saying what is it they have to say, because right now there's this hyper focus on fixing and repairing damage that has already been done to you, not only maybe from this situation or certain situations, things that is that you need to resolve right now before anything else can be put on your plate. This person might have to offer an apology for you, an explanation, but Spirit is trying to protect and guide you from them, and guard you from them. Actually, I should say guard you from them, because they don't really want you to open the door and allow them into your energy in this space right now, because there's something else more major and larger that needs to be taken care of and needs to take priority of your focus right now. So you're actually locked away from them, or they're locked away from you. You may actually get some dreams from them. Big time. You might see dreams. I actually had a prophetic vision and intuition earlier today about people focusing on their prophetic dreams, and dreamscape is the word that came through. Don't be surprised if you see them in your dreams or see them in your subconscious, or you feel a chord, a connection. It's because this person is really strongly on your thoughts. They have really strong feelings for you, but they're being protected and shielded, guarded away from you right now, because there's a lot that it's like there's just mass. I don't know if this is an actual physical mass within your life, or a big chunk of your life or a big chunk of you is being like surgically removed right now. There needs to be a really strong sense of being careful and deliberate and intentional with exactly what is being pulled out of your life, because Spirit is not going to do this without reason. And for this reason, you need a lot of rest and protecting your vitals, like protecting what makes you vital, bare bones, basic necessities. Spirit is not allowing anything to come in order to threaten this like removal of energy that's happening within your life. If anything, you're meant to really rely on the quiet and rely on the peace right now. Also, I feel like there's going to be some money, literally some abundance, some security, or something really solid coming in the near future. Let me just go ahead and tap into that really quickly, if you guys don't mind. And then we'll start shuffling the cards. Okay, what just fell? Guys, this is going to be like really freaking beautiful. Whatever this is going to feel really, really, really beautiful, and it's going to come in fast. But we want to focus on your healing first. It has a lot to do with abundance, projects, expansion, growth, travel, someone taking off. I just feel like you're ending out this year, right? Spirit is so funny. Spirit is so funny. So man, guys. Okay, so we're going to be ending out the year. We're nearing the end of the year, right? And as this year is ending, there's going to be a serious taking off. Something major. And there's this really strong emphasis of like Empress energy, beauty, abundance, blessings, fertility, children, marriage, more opportunity. It feels and it is very, very beautiful. It's not only beautiful on the surface, it's beautiful on the core. The energy around it is very, very beautiful. It's very cathartic and cleansing. So right now, some of you guys are going to have to like reject and say no. Look at this X right here. Oh, you can't see it. My bad. Look at this X right here at the bottom. Some of you guys are going to have to say no to some. You're going to have to start to restrain yourself, actually. Learn to restrain yourself from saying yes to certain things and certain people. These are things that you're going to actually have to say. You're going to have to articulate it. You're going to have to say it. It's going to be things that Spirit tells you, okay, no, say no to this. So this is why Spirit is telling you right now to really work on your clairvoyance and clairaudient, your ability, your clairaudience, your ability to hear and see messages and signs and confirmation without second guessing yourself. Things are really about to take off. You are going to, if you're not in a relationship, you could actually really be meeting a really strong partner, really, really, really strong partner, very, very stable, very, very grounded, very, very rooted. Someone they're like, just there's this emphasis on strength in their character, strength in their conviction, strength in what they're doing, strength in who they are, strength in what they want. And it'll like literally take off. They're going to, there's a merging of abundance and blessings here. If this is not an actual romantic partner, this could also be or replace a business partner or business union. That is something that you actually want to work with. It's really attracting to you. Like, you really find it attractive. You don't even have to worry so much about the protection, because it's like spirit is going to watch as you are just prosperous and growing, you guys, like prosperous and growing. This connection might actually be someone, I don't see it as someone from the past, like a past lover or anything like that. It's someone that you might have networked with, like a small connection, or a small, like, you meet, I don't know why I'm hearing like by proxy, like you meet them in a really like, I don't know, like life eclipses it. Like life eclipses this connection, meaning like life, like it's like fated how you guys are meant to like come together, and they have something of really strong worth and value that they're going to now bring into your life. It has a lot to do with wisdom, especially like they have something, or they know something, or they're wise, or they're mature, emotionally mature, mentally mature, or knowledgeable. So linking up with this person and building with this person is going to be everything. They're very, very wise. It has a lot to do with their knowledge. It has a lot to do with their experience, where they've gone, where they traveled, who they've been. These are things that stand out to me. It's giving me like Sagittarius vibes, or an older, even if they're younger, they have this mature energy about them. Like they're ready, they're here, they're now, they're present. If they're going to like make an offer to you, they're going to like provide an offer to you, and you're just going to be like, well, hell yeah. This is why you guys need to not say yes to everything, because I'm hearing not everyone's going to be your cup of tea. Like not everyone and everything is going to be your cup of tea. And this is a telltale example of saying no to something else is saying yes to something that you actually really want. And you're going to want where spirit is really taking you and leading you right now. There's going to be a lot of strength, you guys. I am also seeing the same people that have been Spirit has been protecting you from. It's almost like a carrying forward. This person's going to try, or these people are going to try and stab you in the back. And I don't like that. I don't like that. This has everything to do with people trying to take down, or something or someone trying to take down someone because they're doing something big and powerful, or a major project. This could even be people that you're not expecting. It could be family talking ill. It could be people that used to be best friends or close connections. They're just talking really ill about the situation, talking ill about you, backstabbing you, trying to sabotage something, trying to sabotage your business, talking shit. It's just not good energy. Not at all. But spirit is really working in order to have karma here moving into effect, and you can protect yourself by calling out for spirit even more. Like spirit is going to protect you, of course, but you enhance that protection by, especially with this was the one gem that fell off the table. You are going to want to, let's see if I can move this light here so you can see this better. Boop. I should have done that before. Anyways, you can invite this energy even further by inviting it in, literally by inviting it in. You're really going to be focusing on, like, I don't want to say material wealth, even though that's definitely here, hardcore, this is here, but it's like things that you can count on, things that are stabilized, things that are rooted, grounded, and like not going anywhere. You know, like, you know that if you put into this, it's going to pay off in the long run. Some of you guys are really going to receive a huge blessing when it comes to building an established business or wealth for yourself, or a home. Some of you guys are making a huge home purchase, or having a breakthrough when it comes to your health. Okay. Lovely jubbly, as my dad likes to say. I think I'm going to put these in this pouch now. Let's go ahead and look at the cards now. The cards that we had shuffled. You guys had seen me shuffle them, but I'm not aware of what cards they are. Also, I'm still working with my Banish fixed candle, because the energies right now need to be protected. Anything that's bad juju, just needs to be redirected elsewhere. Just the times that we're in. I don't need to you know, see it in order to see it and to know. All right, Three of Pentacles, but it was reversed, so let's just leave her upside down. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Here we have the Queen, or the Empress card, also reversed. We have Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, dude, you guys are really working. Feminine energy is working on, yeah, Ten of Pentacles. She's working on, let me just put the rest of these cards out. She's working on her money. Like, she's working on enjoying her money. Like, she's enjoying her coin. She's enjoying the fruits of her labor. She's enjoying her work. She's feeling creative. She's feeling abundant. She's feeling prosperous. She's filling that up right now. And by enjoying, I mean like she's spending more time in those areas and filling those aspects of herself up. Three of Baskets, Three of Cups is here, right? It's reversed though. And this is showing me that with right next to the World card, there's a cutting out, or Spirit is leading you into a space right now where you're cutting out too much of a good thing, cutting out a good time, or people who aren't serious about you and can't match what you have, can't match what you offer. This is not just physical material abundance. It's your ability to count on them. It's your ability to take accountability for yourself and to be able to count on yourself. What are you writing down? What have you promised yourself, and where have you like faulted in that? Like, where have you faltered because you got distracted by the noise, the play, the things that are external, the things that are outside. So now it's like feminine energy right now, you are working on taking care of the seed, taking care of the seed, nurturing it, nourishing it, watering it, protecting it, fostering its growth, speaking life into it, giving offerings to the altar table, lighting your candles, like literally feeding into your soul and your spirit, and no longer allowing self-sabotaging tendencies or people who act as a distraction or noise in order to take you off the path or make you deviate off the path that is going to drain you of your resources right now. That's what feminine energy is working on, and it doesn't feel like work. It feels prosperous. It's 22 minutes on the clock. I just happened to look up, and that's wild. Let's see what else. This is really going to open the door for a lot of speed and movement here. Look at that. Eight of Wands. I didn't even see that until just now. And then the Chariot cards, you guys are just literally moving. You're pretty much just saying to yourself, assessing almost. You're just kind of assessing and figuring out. Feminine energy is just like, okay, this is what I have. This is what I have. This is what I created. This is what we got. What do I now need? Where do I need to fill in here? I don't know why I'm getting feminine energy might be working on, like, I don't know if this is my area, but there's a lot of people. This is a very specific message. Someone might be thinking about like Botox. So let's say someone feels to themselves, you know what? I feel like if I got this work done, then maybe I would be more successful, or maybe I would have a better chance, or maybe I would feel better about myself. And it's like, okay, let me change my circumstances by seeing what I would actually want to change, what I would actually want to shift. And that's a very specific message. I personally can't relate to it, but it's pretty much like taking a look at the bigger picture, or looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, what would I want to do differently in order to have a different outcome? It's things that you can actually change, but first it comes through reflection. It comes through reflection. I also want to talk to you guys about the Garden card that's at the top of this reading, and this has to do with the world, right? So this card is the world. Pretty much just this beautiful woman in her heels, in her skirt, looking like a damn piece, honey. She looks amazing. She's watering her garden, literally watering her garden, her house. And it's kind of like you looking at what you've already created and appreciating it, but also seeing like, you know, last week or last month I was on vacation. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, no one's hating on it. But I was on vacation, I was playing, and in that play, some of the flowers in the garden are wilted. So Seven of Pentacles, which ones do I need to put in a little work and effort in order to see more movement, in order to see them thrive, in order to see them grow? this is also happening within you. So it does, and then, like I'm saying, you guys, this does not feel like work. This is not like encouraging burnout. This is not encouraging you to do something that you don't want to do. It actually feels enjoyable. So let's say you're seeing the results of physical, like you physically taking better care of your health. Now you're like, all right, well, now that I'm starting to see the results, what do I want to do differently in order to maximize my results, or take, where do I want to take this? Where do I want to go with this? And then as soon as you set that intention, as soon as you decide that feminine energy, then it starts to move forward. You literally start to have a plan, and things, the universe says, I'm here with you. I'm saying yes to you. And now we're going to take you, this is the direction in which we're going to be moving. Spirit is saying, I'm really hearing very loud and clear that this is not something that you're going to be blind to. You're going to have a really strong awareness of what is planned for you. Like, this is not like, oh, fate and karma, like with the Wheel of Fortune card here reversed. Sometimes when this card shows up, you'll be like, I have no idea what the future holds for me. This is in the case where you're like, I know what is going to happen. You have this feminine energy, has this really strong sense of, I know what I'm worth. I know what I can manifest. I know what I can do. And I just needed to see it, like get the bigger picture and write it down, or set the intention, or create the vision board, or take a step back in order to see. And then it's like you have this really strong sense of like knowing, even if it feels almost impossible, even if it feels like, you know, you may have at one point questioned if it will, dang it. I'm going to just pull these cards out because I really wanted to be seen. But you may have at one point kind of questioned, could this ever happen? And now you're in the thick of it. Now it's happening. Yeah, Mother of Swords is here. She's reversed. This is where you really, and the Justice card, this is where you're really questioning, like, is this possible? And that's where you're going to fuck yourself up. Feminine energy is you asking yourself too long. Like, it's like the question that if you ask yourself, is this possible? Is this possible? You're going to manifest the possibility that it's impossible. Does that make sense? Because it's like you're focusing so much on that question, and you're too skeptical, you're too logical, that now that becomes your reality. It's not about asking yourself, is this possible? It's like, this is what it is that I want. This is what I've done so far in order to be the person that I am today. I have inherent value. Now, what is missing from my life that is going to come in? Like, it's not a debate. Look at this, 6 of Baskets here. The Sun card and the 4 of Pentacles, yeah. I feel like there's a message here, but my internal, not stereotypes, but my internal thoughts, my internal perspective on things is kind of blocking that. So I'm just going to ask for confirmation, because I don't want to skew your reading, because this is reading for the collective for feminine energy. Okay. The Magician card, Daughter of Knives, which is the Page of Swords, and the 4 of Swords. These cards, whether they're reversed or upright, it doesn't matter for me right now. I do feel like, yeah, there's something that has a hold on you. We have layers of four of Swords here, 4 of Pentacles. And then we have the Magician, communication, manipulation, connected with 6 of Baskets. The good news is that it doesn't feel like it's coming from a bad place. I feel like there's something that has been, I don't know, it feels kind of reciprocated. Like, you guys have a hold on each other. Something has a hold on you. Don't be surprised if this emerges, especially when you have decided exactly what it is that you want. You're going to have, like I said in the reading, like, or as the bones have shown, like, what you're going to have to decide for yourself, what is acceptable for you, like what you want. Someone might be giving an offering to you, or giving you flowers, or trying to maybe it's not actual physical flowers. It could be someone who really appreciates what you've done for them and how you've helped them, and maybe they haven't given to you in whole what they I don't want to say that they owe you, but what they feel like they might have owed you, or what they wish they could have given to you or reciprocated back to you. Now all of a sudden they might have a plenty, and they might have this spirit, you know, within them in order to show up and deliver a thank you, an apology, a gift, an offering. This is something that you're going to have to decide for yourself if you're going to accept it or not. Because it feels like your cup is going to be so filled with what you've got going on that you might not necessarily say yes to everything and everyone. And clearly Spirit was guiding you earlier that maybe you don't need to say yes to everything and everyone. Maybe you should actually say no. Yeah, guys, the Death card and the Tower card. So something's just like a divine departure. I keep hearing that word lately. A divine departure from your normal things that you've entertained and that you said yes to for the greater good of where you're headed, where you're going. Now let's ask where that is exactly. I mean, you know, clearly you know, but let's look at it. One more card. Okay, 2. 3. All right, so 4 of baskets, the Moon card here, Knight of Wands reversed, the Devil card reversed, and Ace of Pentacles. So again, some of you guys might be led into the attic is what I'm hearing. What does that mean? That means that you might be getting, what do you call it? Not finagled, but coerced to come to the dark side, darling. Come to the dark side. And you're going to want to depart from that, okay? The Tower card and the Ancestors card, the Death card here, you want to be really careful what you are saying yes to, especially when you know your worth and you've committed to yourself, okay, this is where I'm going, this is where I'm headed, this is what I will accept. Something somewhere, it's like the damn devil, like it just pops its head up, it's like, like it has a plot, it has a plan to kind of pull you into the shade again, into the darkness. And it's kind of like being really careful about what it is that you're going to be offered here, because it feels like a mirroring. All right, it feels like a mirroring. 4 of baskets here is really interesting because with the 4 of baskets, if you divide it by 2, that's Nova barking in the background, and here comes Franklin. If you divide it by 2, or if you divide it in half, you have 2 of Cups, 2 of Cups. So 2 of Cups in the tarot is like what you're partnering with, what you're aligning. Oh my goodness. No, mind your business, Nova. Sorry. Franklin, you mind your business too. No, don't be mean. Come here. Franklin. Be nice. Sorry, guys. So if you divide 4 of baskets by 2, you're going to get 2 of Cups over here, 2 of Cups over there. Pick your poison. Choose your poison wisely. Whatever it is that you're aligning with, you're either saying yes to the devil here or you're saying yes to the angel. And I hate to use that metaphor, but with the Magician card here and the 6 of Cups, there might be something kind of like haunting you here. And with the Devil card here reversed and the Moon card, it's giving me getting pulled into the attic. Now, sometimes the attic is not a bad place because it's, you know, for a lot of people, it's like where you hide photos, family heirlooms, I guess, things that have memories to them that you don't necessarily want to see all the time, or, you know, things of the past, those types of stuff, kind of like tucked away in boxes, maybe Christmas lights, but also it's where people hold their secrets. So choose your poison wisely. Not everything needs to be a yes, especially if someone's offering you something. All right, what are you going to say yes to? What do you want to say yes to? What is Spirit guiding you? Where is Spirit leading you to say yes to? Let's do some advice really quickly before I pat you on your behind and send you on your way. I'm just kidding. With consent, of course. All right, Spirit is speaking really, really clearly, loud and clear. What's the advice? Not everything is your cup of tea, my love. Page of Pentacles here, reversed. It's like someone, yeah, discernment. Okay, there's a warning here that comes with that, and I'll tell you about it shortly. But it's like some things that you might say yes to, you would have to teach this person or teach this thing how to be whole and capable. It's like they have more potential than actual something stable. But you're going to want to say yes to the things that have already have a strong foundation, and not that you're going to be building this foundation all over again. With Yeah, guys, see with the Chariot card here, this is something that, these are two options here. Something that is already moving forward, something that has already know what it wants, something that has already built towards that, something that doesn't just make it a guessing game. It literally says, this is my plan, this is where I'm going, this is my 10-year plan, this is my 5-year plan. It's like they or it or you, it's like you know where you're going. They too match your energy, right? Or you're going to then be faced with a choice of someone who's like, oh yeah, like this is what I want to do one day. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like one day, dude, like, like I've already built. Where are you headed? Oh yeah, I'm just going to do this like next week. All right, cool. I mean, if that's your plan, then next week I'll follow up on you. Next week you call, or next week you reach out and she's like, oh yeah, man, like, sorry, like I also came up with this other idea. I was thinking about owning up a pizza shop. Are you in? What happened to the other plan? Like what happened to the taco truck? So it's like all of these things, like it's like the potential's there, but like no real plan. Like, and they could keep coming up with new plans and fostering new shit, but like when is it gonna grow? Like when are you gonna do it? Like when? This is actually someone walking by this time, so she's allowed to bark at this guy. With the Mother of Knives here, or the Queen of Swords reversed, there is a message here that's like, you don't have to be mean and you don't have to be too harsh in your decision making. I just feel like this is a quiet resolution that you're having in order to sync up with the aspects within yourself or another person that are actually already on the way to where it is that you're going, already on the way to where it is that you're headed. Feminine energy. I feel like you've already built, you've already secured, you've already accepted this divine vision of your life plan. Now it's pretty much a matter of just kind of taking a step back and being like, okay, who else can I bring on board, or who else can help me, or who else can I grow with, or what do I want my day-to-day routine to look like, and then just carrying forward. I really, really like that, Divine Feminine. All right, any last words? Yep, see? Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. Again, remember how we saw the Four of Cups earlier? And it's like, you need to really, Four of Cups can be the position. And I know the Four of Sticks is here, the Four of Wands, but I'm going to take a step back and go back to when we saw the Four of Cups. So let's say I'm holding the Four of Cups card right here. We're looking at it, right? Four of Cups can be the card of boredom and discontentment. But pretty much what it actually is an emotional pause. It's an emotional, I don't say stagnation, but emotional rest period for you to assess before you make a choice, before you make a decision, before you take anything else on. What exactly do I want to fill myself up with now moving forward? Okay? So that's where when you break it again in half, it's like, okay, we have these two things came together, these two things came together. This is what I synchronized with or aligned with. This is what I harmonized with and I aligned with. You want to make sure that those things are strong and stable. And the final word from the Mother of Wands, from Spirit, is the Mother of Wands and the Four of Wands. This is, again, you actually choosing confidently and with clarity, this is what I want. And because you did that and you chose wisely, which you will, I believe you will, this foundation is not only solid, it's happy, it's abundant, it's blessed, and you have a real chance at the next level in your future. Fertility, whatever that looks like for you. You can decide to create a family. You can decide to settle down. You can decide to travel the world. You can decide to launch a business. You can decide to create a nudist colony. I don't know, dude, whatever your dream is. But it literally shows up and says, let me light your cigarette for you. I got you. And that's a blessing. All right, Divine Feminine, you are fantissimo. The energy is just like really, really fantastic. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me once again. If you need me, or if you need to help tap into, look at that, the Tower card just jumped out. If you need to create radical positive change within your life, guys, I highly recommend for Divine Feminine right now the Fertility Intention Oil. This is the one that I use. but there are plenty more like very similar to it, or not from the same blend because I'm constantly creating them, but fertility oils in my shop. That's BehatiLife.com. And then also I really strongly recommend protection at this time in history. I've just been talking about it a lot lately. So as you're protecting and as you're cleansing, make sure that you are attracting positive energies and good vibes in your life too. It doesn't have to be so like stringent, you know what I mean? Like where, or strong, you know, when you're cleansing your energy or protecting yourself. Yes, protect yourself, but while you're in your Four of Wands space, make sure that it's like cozy. Make sure that it's good. Make sure that you got your people, your friends, your love, your games, you know, and you're just happy, you're thriving. And the way to do that is, in my opinion and my belief, contacting the divine, aka talking to God, praying, listening to where your heart is being led right now, where your intention is guiding you, where spirit is leading you, and then write a petition, work your oils, work your magic, state your petition, those types of things, and then, you know, get that shit on and popping, man. You can have everything you want. It's all about you knowing, having the internal knowledge of exactly what it is that you are being led now. Usually this has a lot to do, again, with the desires of your heart, the deep desires of your heart, but also where spirit is leading you through messages, synchronicities, through you working with your tarot, you praying and asking for confirmations. And then you invite the spirit in, you invite the divine in, and then manifestation happens. But you have to do the work and write the petition and burn the candles and, you know, wear the protection oils, or the oils that synchronize you to the very things that you're working on manifesting right now. All right, so I'm gonna go let my dogs out because they are a rowdy bunch right now. In the meantime, you guys, I'm sending you all my love. I do want to encourage you to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe here on the YouTube channel because there's plenty more videos where this came from. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.